Secondary school students drawn from the towns of Limbe, Boya, Tiko and others receive end of course certification after their participation in the just ended environmental quiz organized by the Friends of the Limbe Botanic Garden. On to sport, Victoria United FC of Limbe emerges champion of Cameroon for the 2023-2024 football season as they triumphed over Star Rena to be crowned champions of the MTN Elite One Championship playoff. Those were major stories. Good evening to you all. You are welcome to High Prime of Monday, the 22nd day of April 2024. For presentation, I am attending Larry Kelvin Tabot. We start off with the story from Yaoundé, where Fundi Senior Divisional Officer Emmanuel Marial Jiteng has suspended the services of municipal police agents in the Fundi Division of the Central Region after last week's incident where a commercial motorbike rider alongside his passenger were crushed to death as a result of them fleeing from the municipal police agent, popularly known in Yaoundé as Awara. This took place in the neighborhood of Etudi as it has prompted the civil administrator to take swift action. We have details on that story with our reporter. The Etudi neighborhood of the Yaoundé 1 subdivision this Wednesday morning was an arena of chaos after a heavy-duty truck crushed a commercial motorcyclist and his passenger to death as a result of the rider escaping from the claws of municipal police agents in the town. The mayor of the Yaoundé 1 council area declined to grant any interview, but the head of the municipal police agent of the Yaoundé 1 council narrated on his own side of the story.
D'abord, à ce point, il n'y a pas un poste de contrôle là. Les gars font le contrôle au niveau de la visite technique. Ce garçon qui a l'accident sortait du passeport et il a traversé, en traversant où il traverse le gazon là, il a percuté le camion. Donc ça ne pourrait être une action des agents communaux qui étaient loin à la visite technique et du lieu de l'accident.
His version was highly contested by an eyewitness who blamed the ghastly road accident to the municipal police agents.
Un gars de la mairie, il sort de nulle part. Il a le guidon. Il sort de la moto. Et poursuivait les gars ici. Il était derrière un taxi. Le gars se fout, il se fout le moto. C'est comme ça le gars entre dans le roue de camion. Du camion, et il se met à tuer.
Upon hearing this sad incident, the senior divisional officer for Fundi's division immediately descended to the scene to take stock on the situation and to calm tempering flares.
La police municipale.
Cette affaire-là, on en a marre, c'est trop. Innocents qui sont partis de leur maison le matin pour chercher leur gagne-pain. Alors, ils ne sont pas sortis pour mourir. Et le premier rapport que j'ai, c'est qu'ils ont été interpellés par des agents. Et je vais vous dire que ceux-là seront poursuivis.
Despite his numerous calls, the agitating fellow commercial motorcyclists and the entire population went ahead to block the roads, causing circulation to be held on a standstill, as this caused the forces of law and order to descend to the scene in order to put calm and serenity, something that was masterminded by the Gendarmerie Command Officer for the Central Region, who went ahead in negotiating with the agitators for this situation to be arrested. Few minutes later, barricades were removed and dismantled as peace and serenity now reigns in the Yaoundé 1 subdivision area exactly by 2 p.m. We move on to education, where the Aerodef University of Boya has taken part in the just ended educational fair that took place at the Omispo Esplanade of Boya. That is the Association of Private Higher Institutions of the Southwest Region, who converge to showcases their various services in which they are offering to the public. This prompted secondary school students to drop in their numbers to know on which school is providing what for their further studies. Alice Leke was there and I'll tell us more.
The Aerodef University Institute is taking part in the maiden edition of the Educational Fair in the Southwest region, organized by the Southwest Association of Private Higher Education.
This fair is the first of its kind in the Southwest. From our perspective, it's very cost effective to many schools because It's a one-stop event where many secondary schools come together and you meet them and they meet you and you talk directly one-on-one on the different programs that you offer. And so we are in talking terms with a lot of these students from these schools. How we promote programs specifically in the environment field. And there are a lot of good jobs, top jobs that are offered in the environment field. Only in Cameroon, Africa and globally. And we are there to help them access to these careers through the regular career planning seminars and courses that we are organizing through our career center.
ERODEF University Institute has exhibited or showcasing and carrying out orientation to students from high school.
Mother Earth. And that beyond, we also are organizing through our trainings 3 key things that we put into these people, young students, so by the time they graduate, they can set up their projects and finance them, because we train them through our school of fundraising to learn how and the fundraising program, NGO management program, the fundraising program, and your technical skills land you into top jobs any way you want, or you set up your own jobs. This is what we're preparing them.
The ERODEF University is the son of ERODEF NGO.
The ERODEF University Institute is the son of the ERODEF NGO. And the ERODEF NGO is 25 years old today and has a lot of opportunities in terms of jobs, access, global connections, Africa connections. And I think it's just the unique way for them to come and they will get just what they want. Those with top graduating scores will be provided foreign scholarships. We'll link them to foreign scholarships and they will move to the next level in other countries where they will continue to pursue their careers.
The fair is going to run for 2 days, giving the students enough time to spend with the various private higher institutions.
We remain with the higher education sector this time around, where the second annual Toxicology Open Day Seminar of the University of Buea has wrapped up on the campus of Campus B of that state varsity. That is the Faculty of Health Science of that state varsity. The event that brought together specialists in the toxicology sector was one that was chaired by Professor Peter Sakwe of that department from the Faculty of FHS. We have details of that story with Daniel Ekomi Bua.
Recurrent episodes have been reported in Africa include toxic hazards in consumers' products ranging from food to herbal medicine, drugs and cosmetics. It is against this backdrop that the Faculty of Health Sciences at the University of Buea has organized her second annual Toxicology Open Day Seminar to educate students and participants on the danger of these toxic substances.
Illnesses appearing in our hospitals, we have a number of deaths, most of which people may not explain, but they result from the activities of these people, of which they don't know that it is the activity that they were performing or their lifestyle that is leading to whatever they are having.
Taking place at the Campus B was chaired by Professor Peter Sakwe Mesumbe, representative of the Vice Chancellor. With theme Chemical and One Health, Challenges and Solutions, gave the opportunity for Professor Asong Galem Emmanuel to explain the preventive mechanism.
The first thing is awareness, which the populace is very, very unaware. Many people are very, very unaware. In particular, this grass herbicide, which they are using without any control. I want to say that that is the origin of most of the problems we are facing. You find them in the air we are breathing, you find them in the water that we are drinking, you find it in our food. And when these farmers are applying them in the farm, they hardly follow the instructions which are written on it.
But how can these toxic elements be identified?
To identify them, you need to look at them. One, people who are drinking beers, the smokers, the professions. You can see somebody like the mechanic, you look at him, he's not protecting himself. You see somebody like the carpenter, the dust is everywhere, he doesn't protect himself, and so on. So the profession the person is doing will determine what the illnesses you are going to encounter.
Professor Asongalem further explains how our lifestyles should be managed within the environmental exposure.
Our lifestyle determines so much as to how long we will stay here, no matter what. It doesn't mean that the lifestyle, the chemicals will be the main determinant as to how you are. As you saw in the presentation, we said there were 5 other things which could take place. You could have a problem of microorganisms, but you could have problems of accidents or physical agents. You could have problems of fire and radiation and so on. So there are a number of things depending on where you are.
To the Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, this seminar is timely.
The seminar is part of us because I think what I remember here is we're exposed to death. And I think what I want to remember again is that it's an invisible form of death. When we talk of chemical exposure, we don't know where it's coming from. When we're panicking with COVID, these people could test and see. But when you have to do it with chemicals, you don't know what comes from. So at any point in life, we are exposed to especially chemicals, food, and where you find yourself. So it's frightful. So that gives you the importance.
At the end, students and participants were all advised to be precautious when consuming products with toxic substances.
We now talk on the environment, where over 8 secondary schools drawn from the towns of Limbe, Buea, Tiko, who have participated for the conservation on educational quiz organized by the Friends of the Limbe Botanic Garden, has just concluded, with the various participants awarded end of course certification. The exercise that was held over the weekend in the town of Limbe saw the different students and participants who all expressed their enthusiasm in conserving the environment, as Alice Lekelengwe Kome tells us more.
They are trained to become ambassadors of conservation, to speak about what they have learned and act as role model. Friends of the Garden, in their crusade for conservation, education and tree planting exercise, has over the weekend organized the maiden edition of the Friends of the Garden Conservation Education Quiz.
Today was our first quiz, conservation education quiz for schools. And what we did, we assembled all of the schools in which we have had the exercise of the conservation education talk and the tree planting exercise. So we gathered all of these schools. Firstly, within the week, in the past 2-3 days, we've been visiting all of the schools in which we did tree planting. We evaluated how the school, the children particularly, and the environmental club, how much attention they were paying to those trees, and we scored them. And then today was a written exercise on questions about the environment, questions on conservation education, and there were some questions on the Botanic Garden.
With students drawn from over 7 schools in Buea, Limbe and Tiko, writing in 2 different halls at the Limbe Botanic Garden, were in the hall early enough, carrying out their last-minute revision for the 1-hour writing exercise.
Generally, it was a very successful start. And for us friends of the Limbe Botanic Garden, it's another learning experience. We think that it's a plus. It's going to give us a lot of enthusiasm, more enthusiasm and courage to keep on with what we are doing. Remember, I was talking to all of you when we're closing that the Friends of the Limbe Botanic Garden are on a crusade to change the environment. If every one of us plants a tree, just a tree, you would see the value of what we're doing.
After thorough evaluation, Sega Baptist College took the first position, followed by Government High School Bonjo Bimbia and Government High School Boyatown, respectively.
I am very happy because we took first prize in the quiz, the conservation quiz, and it is really going to help our school in many ways because it's going to encourage us more, especially in taking care of our environment and also the trees they planted in school.
What are they? Because we took second prize, I was not really expecting it because even the last time our school to me, I was not there. It was just like a surprise. I was like so happy.
That place, and I appreciate it very much. If not for Madam, we could never have been in this post.
During their time with the Friends of the Garden, the students were taken for a guided tour around the garden.
But locally, we call this tree the rain tree. Why do we call it the rain tree? You can see the leaves of the tree.
Both animals and humans are dependent on natural ecosystem services to survive, and by training these young ones, Friends of the Garden are making sure that the ecosystem is protected for life.
You are watching High Prime, and we are coming to you live from our news studio here in High Television. On to other news now. The Diocese of Buea, under the Chief Shepherd of that said diocese, Bishop Michael Bibi, has called on Christians of the Roman Catholic Church to do all it takes for the completion of works of the Divine Mercy Co-Cathedral and that of the Bishop Hour Training Center in the Diocese of Buea to be completed. He was speaking during the 74th anniversary of the Buea Diocese. Will be celebrating her 75th anniversary come 2025, precisely in the month of January, as they will play host to the Episcopal Conference, and this will lead to the inauguration of the Divine Mercy Co-Cathedral over there in the town of Buea. More with our reporter on that story, Time for Clothing.
The Buea Diocese, being the mother diocese in the former British Southern Cameroon, has come a long way as she has spring forward the Bamenda, Mamfe and Kumba Diocese. With this long road covered, she is celebrating her 75th anniversary at the Divine Mercy Co-Cathedral.
Annual seminar of the Bishops of Cameroon will be coming here within the context of the 75th anniversary from the 4th to the 11th of January 2025 to the annual seminar. And during their presence here on the 5th of January 2025, we are going to officially dedicate the Divine Mercy Co-Cathedral, and the bishops are also going to use the Bishop Pius Hour Memorial Pastoral Center. So within this year, there are going to be lots of celebrations, and the steering committee and the various deans in the different deaneries putting things together with the different meetings that are going to be having, so that we should have a hitch-free celebration.
During his homily, the shepherd of the diocese, Bishop Michael Bibi, saluted the Christians and the diocese that has come this far. He called on all to do the need for the completion of the Bishop Hour Pastoral Center and the Co-Cathedral to be completed.
Christians will know the importance of the structure, and we have informed the Christians, and they are all excited to see to it that the bishops will be able to use accommodation that the diocese has prepared. So I am very, very confident that by November ending, the Divine Mercy Co-Cathedral, the work there shall come to completion, both inside the church where we just came out and down at the basement, to make sure that everything is completed. And together with the Christians, we are also confident that come November 2024, the Pastoral Center would have completed the necessary accommodations that will be able to host the bishop, even if we don't finish all the structures that are supposed to be at the pastoral.
The celebrations that brought Catholic faithfuls from the stratas of the diocese, the bishop was full of hope.
Accommodation will be completed. I trust and I count on the generosity of the Christians. I also count on the generosity of people of goodwill, and especially you journalists, because when you talk about the anniversary, you share it out, you tell people about our projects. I'm sure people will be motivated to support us so that the project should come.
With songs and adoration given to God, Catholic faithfuls in the Buea Diocese pledges their support for the evangelization of the gospel to continue triumph.
Emmanuel Dollar is the assistant quarter head of quarter 8 in the neighborhood of Great Support Village of Fakot Division. He was commissioned on Saturday by the second-class chief of Great Support Village of Fakot Division in the Southwest region, Chief Etina Munono, as Addis Lekelengu tells us more.
It was all celebration and jubilation at Quarter 8 Great Support Buea over the weekend. His Royal Majesty, Chief Etina Munono of Great Support Village, one of the most dynamic chiefs in Fakot Division, is out again on another installation of an assistant quarter head in Quarter 8 Great Support Buea.
Mama and sister are the new, so you go see them by force before you can put it down.
The message is always like I've given everybody. We want the administration to come down to the common person. And the quarters are so big that one person cannot handle it. So I have to put an assistant in order to get perfect administration, good services for the rest of the population.
It is all about living together.
We are very receptive, and we make sure that we don't discriminate, and everybody in Great Support feels at home. Even when it comes to land and so on, we make sure that everyone has a fair share of what the village has.
The new quarter head plans to give his best to his community.
We choose him to be the quarter head, and I believe that the God has given the chief and the quarter head to choose me as an assistant. I know the God has appointed me for a reason, and I believe by the grace of God, I will be able to achieve that reason that He has called me for. Because I know that since I've been saving for long. I've been saving like a servant in a shop, and God has decided to expand my saving capacity. I hope that I will not fail them. I will not fail the entire quarter 8. I'll make sure that quarter 8 will be a quarter that people will come and learn something from me, come to me, and go and extend it to our quarter also.
Different groups, the old, the young, all came together in their numbers to hail their king and to support his decision of installing an assistant quarter head in Quarter 8 Great Support Buea.
On to sports now. After accomplishing her objective of being crowned the champions of the 2023-2024 football season, Victoria United of Limbe is living her dream alive as she beat Star Rena over there at the Bapele Stadium to be crowned champions of the MTN Elite 1 Championship. The Southwest side will be in the days ahead crossing to the cities of Douala, Limbe, Yaoundé and Buea to showcase her trophy that she recently won at the Bapele Stadium. More with our reporter on that, Nguni Sonita.
Just like the president of Victoria United had said from the beginning of the championship to be winners, it is now a reality, as Victoria United are champions of the 2023-2024 season after picking up a tight total draw against Stade Rennais of the Melon to secure her trophy on Thursday 18/2024 at the Mbappé Stadium. Decisive game that was on an imbalanced scale at the first game between Cotonsport of Garoua and Dinamo ended up on a 0-all tie. Give Victoria United an opportunity, as just a draw or a win will secure the side. Zé Gilbert, who opened score for the Southwest side at the 13th minute of play, made it easier for Popo to continue dreaming of lifting up the title. Faced with defensive blunder, the boys from Melon replied by scoring 2 goals. 2 goals down at about 15 minutes to the end of the game, a penalty is awarded to Victoria United that sees Wilfred Nathan Douala, who has a couple of 2 goals onto his name and about 3 assists, executed once more by making the net shake, putting hopes back to not just the team but to the entire Southwest region.
What we promised them, we've given them. That's all I can say. That's all I can say now. You know, it was tax. It was not an easy journey. You know, to eat 1 spoon beans and 1 plantain, you know, it was not an easy journey. But here we are, due to hard work and dedication, we are here to be champions.
It should be reiterated that One People, One Power has been on the limelight since the start of the season, with issues of fraud, dual identification, but the team continued to stand tall as they have broken the jinx that Cotonsport of Garoua had as objective to lift off the trophy with 13 points. However, this is a side who qualified from the regional league with their president Kwan Valentine aka Bob Didi, who has been at the forefront to make sure that once more the Southwest region can be on the limelight in terms of football. The side who qualified from the National Interpost to the MTN Elite 2 Championship, qualifying to the MTN Elite 1 as champions, and now history will forever remember that the 2023-2024 title was lifted up by One People, One Power, backing home with 50 million francs. Victoria United next challenge will be the CAF Championship in the months ahead.
We remain still in the world of sports, where the president of Victoria United of Limbe, Kwan Valentine, has kept his promise after his side defeated Stade Rennais of the Menoir in a groundbreaking football encounter that was played recently at the Mbappé Stadium. He donated 10 million CFA francs to the team, as he earlier promised that if they cling on to the trophy, the set sum of money will be given to the set team. This is a promise kept, as our reporter Tony Tangunyo tells us more.
10 millions, on comptait le 10 millions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Before the players of Victoria United could face Cotonsport of Garoua for match day 6 of the MTN Elite 1 Championship at the playoff, the president Kwan Valentine had promised them 10 million francs if they battle and win the championship. Today he has matched words with actions after his players staged a stiff competition against Stade Rennais to be crowned champions. As they say, a promise is a debt, Kwan Valentine aka Bob Didi has fulfilled his promises.
Become champion, I'm going to give you 10 million. In that 10 million, I provided 8 million, and the president of Option taking the next president.
Happiness is what could be seen on the faces of the players of Victoria United.
L'agence c'est rien, parce que ce que nous avons offert le trophée là, c'est plus important que cet avion. Et vous avez monté la route, vous avez dit passer par ici, vous allez arriver. C'était difficile, on n'a pas cru. On n'a pas cru, président. On n'a pas cru. On n'a pas cru. On ne mangeait pas, on a vu le poids que vous avez mis en place. Et nous tous ici, on a suivi. Président, vraiment, au nom de l'équipe, nous vous disons merci. Pas merci, pas merci pour les 10 millions, pas merci pour le titre, mais merci pour le chemin de la vie que vous avez. Exactement.
With hard work, sweat, consistency, these players can now say they did a great job, as it has yielded fruit by giving the Southwest side Victoria United an Elite One Championship title, just like Tico United and PWD of Bamenda.
Indeed, a promise made is a promise kept. Congratulations to the president of Victoria United there, Quine Valentine, with a sports story from Victoria United of Limbe. This is what concludes tonight's news package of Monday, the 22nd day of April 2024. Thanks for watching and good night from our news studio.